Hello collective, welcome back to the channel. Oh, I hope you're doing well. It is April 6th and it is 20 minutes until 2 p.m. or 1:40 p.m. Let's tap right in to see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us. Thanks for being here, everybody. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Storyline for the collective, please. Storyline for the collective. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. All right. In the central energy. In the central energy, we've got the Page of Swords. So there's new contracts here. Negotiations. The energy needed for a certain project or task is ready and waiting for you. You just need to tap into it. It's a time of innovation. Somebody might be spying. Restless. Challenge position, please, Spirit. Ace of Pentacles. So a new career, a new prosperous venture. There's contracts here. Somebody might be challenged by you in your career. There's a new cycle about to begin anew. So everybody's trying to find their place, or everybody's being assigned their position. In the subconscious, we've got the Moon. So there could be some fear and anxiety around that. In the recent past, we've got the Four of Swords. So there's recuperation and plans for the future. Intention and expectation, please. Whoa, we got, ooh, Tower. Tower. So what, your recovery and your ease is bringing a Tower. Disaster. In the near future, please, Spirit. We've got the Sun, rebirth, a rebirth. You may have gone through a rebirth, or you may be about ready to go through a rebirth. The lens that's being looked through is we've got, this is a completion of a cycle. A completion of a cycle, and somebody needs to accept the way things are. They're in sorrow. Whatever this is, wherever we're at, somebody needs to move on. Whoa, and then in the environment, we've got the Ten of Wands. In the upright, it could be a completion of your... So that's another completion card. Oh, recuperation. Yeah. Completion. Completion. Hopes and fears. Victory. Six of Wands. Public recognition. There's an achievement here. Good news. And the outcome is the Seven of Wands. You maintained your boundaries. You stood up for yourself, and you maintained control of your position here. All right, that's wonderful. And again, yeah, so it's, yeah. On the bottom of the deck, we've got Temperance Angel coming into the community, coming into marriage. There could be like a freedom. So the Earth Angels are free. The Temperance Angels are free to move forward into the reunion here. So there's a reunion of angels. Excitement and freedom. With the Page of Wands. Yeah. Free spirit. Limitless potential. And the Queen of Swords here. Unbiased judgment. You know the truth. You know what's going on. And your boundaries are firm against this illusion. You could have a lot of choices about what you're doing with your wealth. The Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving the wealth. Yeah, and a 9 of Cups here. Your wish come true. Your wish come true has somebody in a collapse, like it's a painful ending for somebody because you're moving on. You're moving on. You're releasing the baggage, and it's over. It's over here. And the King of Cups is here, in a marriage, in a love union. Wow, we got some smoke in a love union. Whoo, we got some smoke. I'm going to probably set the fire alarm off. I hope it doesn't, because I'll have to stop and redo it. Yeah, so people are in a heartbreak over this. You're free. You are free. We've got this little deck right here. Let's pull some of these cards. I like these cards. Just got them the other day. We're going to go ahead and see what this is. Get some good smoke on that. So there's new contracts, negotiations. Somebody might be spying. Let's see, what's that all about, Spirit? We've got coffin. Page of Swords, coffin. So this could be, the end of spying. Like there's spying right here. So it could be the end of spying. It could be that whoever was spying on you is going into a coffin. There's contracts ending. It could be that there's some contracts that are coming to an end because of this new career. You're here in a new career. You're here with your abundance. They're challenged by your abundance. Clouds. A shift from a favorable, clear situation to an unstable, unclear state. So your new career or your new position is bringing a shift. Folks don't really know what's going on here. They're in fear and anxiety about it. They don't really know what's going on. It's uncertainty about what you're doing here. Contracts are ending and they don't know what's going on. Are they going to get a new contract? They're having some kind of fear and anxiety around this. Ring, woman. Somebody's claimed a woman. Somebody's taking care of a woman. Somebody has married a woman. That big old ruby ring. So there's fear and anxiety because the woman has a new contract, a new ring. She's married. So whoever this is there in this contract, it's over. It's in the coffin. And there's new work here being done, which is leaving them a little unstable. They're in fear and anxiety because the woman has a new marriage or a new connection. And we've got recovery and recuperation. And it could be that because she has recovered here, they're in a tower. They might be having some fear and anxiety regarding who is taking care of the woman, who has committed to the woman. Mice. Planning for the future. It could be that the mice were laid to rest. Those who were causing troubles are being laid to rest because of all of the all of the stuff that's been going on. They're in a tower here. They're falling apart. These mice making plans for the future. Crossroads. They could be stuck at a crossroads. Somebody might be in a tower stuck at a crossroads. It's a symbol of choice, which way to go. It's a change in direction. So they're in a tower, and this is a change of direction. Their contracts are over. Your abundance is bringing them instability. They don't know what's going on. Fear and anxiety because the woman is in a new contract. Resting in recuperation from what these mice were doing. 23. Mice are pests that humanity has battled for centuries. They spoil homes, destroy food supplies, and are carriers of dangerous diseases. So you have recuperated from this mice card. You're making people nervous. You're making thieves nervous. There's a lot of squabbles. They're stuck at a crossroads. We've got the sun here, so there's a rebirth and all is well. Sky, the sun is cutting stuff out. It's a harvest. It's a harvest. So there's a rebirth and a harvest. So, you could have been reborn with a helper. It looks like you've got a helper here. So there's a new commitment, a new contract. You've got a rebirthing here with the sun. And the sky is like you're cutting stuff out. 10. God's fertility and death. So death and rebirth. Swift action. Scythe is a symbol associated with cycles, reaping the fruits, and dangerous situations when you have to walk on the edge of a blade. Swift strikes. We've got the world here, so it's a completion of a cycle and somebody needs to accept their loss and move on. The sun. They have to accept it. The sun is here. 31. A symbol of life. So you've got sun there, reaping the harvest. It's the end of a cycle. Somebody's disappointed because the sun is out, right? Or here, shining. There's a rebirth. It's an upsurge of energy. So there is this bright, shining sun going on, an upsurge of energy, which has got a lot of low vibrational entities sick. It's a recognition of merits and authority. It also signifies attractiveness, beauty, and fame. The sun is reminiscent of a golden coin and is one of the cards associated with material wealth and abundance. So this is the onset of a bright period in life. The golden globe of victory, a success. Yeah, because Spirit Divine was saying this is the time for the golden globe, where the people will rise up in their beautiful sun and star energy. And there's that. So it's a completion of this heavy burden that you've been under. Stars. A completion of the stars' heavy burden. Wow. 16. Stars symbolize patronage from above, lofty goals and aspirations, the conquest of a new horizon, clear understanding, inspiration, and magnificent creativity. New paths for development, foresight, optimism, ambitions, and abundance. New projects. It's a positive card representing the ray of light in the darkness, bestowing hope for the realization of our plans. These plans that you've been making here, you're recuperating. And you've got a victory here. It's public recognition. Garden, in the garden. The garden is the Mother Earth. The garden is your internal garden, your light, your sun, all the fruits that you have birthed and inside of yourself in order to get your star and your sun to shine. All of these beautiful, this is your garden. Shining, shining, shining. Woo! And it's a completion of your heavy burden, right? 7 of Wands. Yeah, you've got protection. You persevered. You're maintaining control and holding your own, standing up for yourself. Bear. Bear medicine. Bear is number 15. The bear symbol is of power and authority, as well as possession of resources. This card indicates the querent's advantageous position or powerful support from high-ranking individuals. So you have assistance here from the bear. The bear's power will be used. Depends on other cards. So yeah, you're protected. You're standing up for yourself. You're holding your own. You're maintaining control. And bear is a dangerous enemy for somebody who wishes to cross them. Yeah, somebody overestimated themselves. Key. We've got key and lilies and house and stork. Look at that. Key, lilies, house, and stork. Let's look into that. Let's see what that is. So key is 33. The key symbolizes the opening of locked doors, gaining access to what was previously unattainable. With the right key, all questions are answered, all riddles are solved. Everything becomes exceedingly clear and understandable. It's good luck, authoritative powers, reliability, and security. Lilies is 30. Lilies symbolize high spiritual and social status, being the emblem of the Virgin Mary and the heraldic sign of the kings of France. This card foretells a prosperous and secure period in life. Acknowledgement of merits, honor, respect, support, experience, maturity, nobility, balance, and elitism. It speaks of the ability to find the golden mean and one's place in life, to attain peace and harmony. This is a time of peaceful union of souls, trust, reciprocity, and a long-lasting bond. Wonderful. We've got house, which is number 4, which is protection, stability, security, and a solid footing in the context we're examining here. It's family matters, places of residence, real estate, and personal property, where we feel most at home. It signifies the creation of structure and foundation, organization of personal space, and maintaining a routine lifestyle. And conservatism. This isn't about bling. This isn't about flash and clash. This is wonderful. You got the key to this beauty, to this house. And then we've got stork here, which is number 17. Spring and the changing of seasons. And so it has become the emblem of change, as well as family, tradition, childcare, and elder care. Primarily, this card speaks of changes such as relocation, air travel, journey, and an addition to the family. It's the wind of change, cycles, return, and relatives. It's protected. Whoa, these are slippery. Goodness gracious. They put UV on these. Whoa. Okay. So the contracts are over, it looks like, and there's some renegotiations, but we've got coffin here. So it's like somebody's spying, there's new contracts here, and there's over, like the contracts are done. Whatever the old contracts were, it's over. It's over. It's a restoration of innocence. So it's like this nastiness that has been about, this lustful energy. It's like there's a restoration of innocence and purity. Let's look at number 23. You were born with original innocence, not original sin. And that innocence keeps pace with you like an invisible companion. It's hoping right now to be noticed and loved. Like with all nature's creatures, original innocence is your birthright, and all you have to do is look at a newborn to understand this. We don't love the baby because of what it has accomplished. We don't shame the baby for making messes or being loud or inconveniencing us. The child is a treasure, as is, nothing but beingness required. Let that innocence carry you home to yourself when thoughts of guilt or shame creep up on you. So you were born with a natural innocence, not sin, as they have stated in the previous cycle. So yeah, so there is their challenge is your career, your abundance. The work that you are doing is unstabilizing them. Everything's up in the air with the clouds. Like everything's up in the air and they don't know like what's going on with our contracts. Well, your contracts are over. There's a restoration of innocence here, of purity. People aren't born into sin. They're born into innocence, and that's the way it's being looked at. So, yeah. Unconditional self-acceptance. So, yeah, your abundance is, let me check here, number 26. And clouds. Let me look at clouds again. Sorry, everybody. These are new decks. Number 6. Yeah, so it's a shift from a favorable, clear situation to an unstable and unclear state. So these ones who were doing things as they were, original sin and all of that, so we're restoring an original innocence, and this is a new career. It's a shift that's happening here for them, that we're doing things in the past. We've got 26, unconditional self-acceptance. Its self-healing is guided by the wisdom of the medicine woman who lives in you. The medicine woman who lives in you. Self-acceptance. Just as the raven is connected to the material world and the underworld too, so is your surface wound tied to the deep internal realm of emotion. Right now, you are urged to kindle the warm, gentle ember of unconditional self-acceptance. The raven's bright, dark power warns you to get up from the table when love is no longer being served. People show you who they are through their actions. Your job is to believe them the first time. Instead of looking outward, expecting people or circumstances to change so you can feel better, challenge your own thoughts and beliefs with loving care. That's where your power lies. That's where it is. So these ones are afraid because the woman has a new contract. There's a ring here. There's a new connection, a new commitment, a new contract. There's a marriage. They can't break it apart. Where it's a restoration of, look at this, beware the happy toxins. Beware the happy toxins. What does that mean, Spirit? 16, number 16. Some of the prettiest plants are poisonous. Look at this situation from many angles. Play devil's advocate. You will be tempted to act, but discernment is what you need first. When you see happy, red, delicious berries, it's your job to investigate. Sometimes what is too good to be true is indeed good and true. Sometimes you get to devour all the tasty goodness, moving beyond fear and doubt to risk greatness. Other times you would be better off to say no and cleave to your current commitments. This is one of those times. Enjoy the happy right now, but investigate it closely. Something isn't as it appears. Okay. So we've got planning for the future for the mice, for those who are in the cupboards eating the food, poisoning or crapping all over your goodness. Your recovery is making this possible. And mind that monkey. Mind that monkey. $27. The monkey mind is the part of your psyche that can turn your enthusiasm and bravery upside down. He is the trickster that chants words of not enoughness into your ears. He says your gifts and talents will never be enough. Your ideas and plans are a waste of time. You won't amount to anything. If you dare to act on your bravest dreams, he is the one accusing you of being a fraud, an imposter. So that's what these mice were doing in the recent past. See, these mice were here telling you you weren't good enough. And it could be that you have recovered from that. You've gained your solid ground in your mental body, in your emotional body, and that's bringing a tower to them, a tower. And they're in a crossroads here. Like this is a change of path. We've got north and south. It's like there's a switch, right? Those who were into contracts previously were in the north, and now it's your turn to be in the north. Or maybe they're going into the south. We've got the sun here with the sky. So the sun is here with the harvest. Tending to your partnerships. Tending to your partnerships. There's a rebirth here. Number 43. This could be a time to review or negotiate business, renew romance or friendship, or nurture the primary partnership you have with your own soul. The wild things know there is no thriving without the earth's good graces for food, water, shelter, and beauty. They honor her generosity with reciprocity. Is it time to share, celebrate bounty, give back to the resources that have provided for you? Perhaps you're being called to receive instead of continuously giving. Yeah. You need not earn your belonging. Take stock of where you are woven into healthy partnerships and where you are not. This is a time for balanced reciprocity. So, yeah, there's a harvest here. There is a cutting out of that. I guess this is the wheat and the chaff. It's a completion of what was. Folks have to accept it. They're receiving a loss because you are here shining brightly. The sun is out. The sun is here, very bright. It's a personal setback. There's somebody needs to find peace. And we've got navigate with flow. Navigate with flow. Number 40. All day, every day, your heart performs one function. It regulates flow, and it speaks one language, open, close. This is parasympathetical nervous system. This is something that happens unconsciously. Typically, you know, the blood flow, the in breath and the out breath. It typically happens without you thinking about it. When you allow your heart to navigate your life, it's much easier to determine if a person, place, or opportunity aligns with your highest good. Ask yourself, does this situation align with flow? Does it feel upstream or downstream? Does this relationship open me up and make me feel more possible? Does this opportunity bring me expansively alive, or does it cramp me into less than? Ideally, you want more of what opens you up and less of what closes you down. Your heart is the rudder on the ship of your life. With the pull of this card, you're being asked to listen to your heart's simple directives. Set a course for your own true north. So the sun is here, opening up this flow. Completion of the 10 of Wands burden for the stars. For the stars. Excellent. The luminaries. That's amazing. You've got 2 suns and the stars here. Honor your body as friend. Number 35. Your body is a sacred companion. She is the one entity that will never leave you during your journey as a human creature. She always works on your behalf to restore, heal, and create the balance that allows you to fully participate in this life. She is kind enough to let you know when things aren't working, where you need help, relief, or assistance. That kind of loyalty deserves devotion, not diminishment. Shed the weight of expectations. Trim down the thoughts of too much and not enough. Dance like your hips move mountains. Swim the mermaid channels of unabashed self-approval so that when you break the surface, your joy becomes permission for other creatures to feel the same about their own unique shape. You've got a victory here. Public recognition of your garden or of the garden. You could be having public recognition of the earth, like maybe it's worldwide. They said that there was a enterprise. So this is it appears as though this is worldly recognized. Light the candle of grace. Light the candle of grace. This is beautiful. 34. This moment calls for grace. So there's grace restored in the garden of your flesh temple, the garden of the Mother Earth. We can't force, compel, or dictate grace. It arrives by itself on the coattails of surrender. In a society that profits from you feeling less than, you might believe that strength comes from performance, success, and dominance. but nature wants you to know that prowess and power and your own creative spark come from balance between an active will and a surrender to what is. Refuse to take things personally. See yourself as a part of the living organism of nature. Accept what is while engaging your creativity to shape your personal reality. Between these opposite energies lies grace and the fierce, tender flame of your soul spark, which refuses to be snuffed out even in the darkest times. Woohoo! Suns and stars. Way to go. You've got the Seven of Wands here. You standing up for yourself, and you've got protection by the bear. You could be a mother or father bear. You may be in your bear energy. You may be carrying bear medicine. Or you could be having protection from somebody who is carrying bear medicine or in bear energy. Quiet the anxiety monster. Number 37. Moments of anxiety, stress, and overwhelm are like heavy rocks landing in your life in places you don't necessarily want them. You don't have to entertain them or make them worse by asking, "What's wrong with me?" Nothing is wrong with you. Any unsupportive, unloving reaction towards yourself in times of stress is a direct result of trauma. Like a heavy stone, it will weigh you down. Your rocky thoughts are not your responsibility. Thoughts happen. They tumble and jumble of their own accord. Your responsibility is what you do with them. When you focus on what's wrong with a sense of fear, lack, or incapability, you pile heavy boulders onto an already burdened psyche. Right now, you're being invited to consider all the situations where you succeeded, accomplished, or surprised yourself. That same energy is available to you now, but only if you'll stop carrying those boulder thoughts on your shoulders. On the bottom of the deck, we've got, here is your do-over. Here is your do-over. Bloom in the mud. 29. Here is your do-over. Failure is a chimera, part beast, part blessing. It lurks just beyond our greatest plans, terrifying us. But when we're willing to fail, that toothsome chimera can become our ally. When we dare to befriend what we fear most, we become resilient, fierce. When failure threatens to overcome you, its bite tries to convince you you're dying. But it's lying. Your soul is forged of lightning and stardust, and it cannot be destroyed. But only you can prove this truth to yourself by getting back up after failure. Insist on remembering who you really are and what you are really made of. There is magic in the wake of a fiasco, and failure gifts you with a chance to refine your plans. Any path that leads astray shows us how to find a better way. When we embrace failure, we tame the beasts that once terrified us. And bloom in the mud, number 22. Lotus flowers grow in the mud, yet they spring from the muck without stain. Glorious. This is true of your own essence. No matter how strife or muddy circumstances have mired you, your true nature is without blemish. Whole, lovely. Tap into that nature. Pull it from the depths. Your loveliness never changes. Your circumstances do. Your ideas of yourself do as well. But shame covers everything in filth. If you dig deep to your most essential self, you'll find a lotus, blossoming, fragrant, alive, and unfolding with luminosity. Don't settle for what the world, religion, your family of origin, or even your own twisted thoughts tell you. Go deeper. Your essence is an innocent, delightful flower, and your heart is its petals. Bloom. Here is your do-over. Bloom. Bloom, beautiful flower. I hope that this brings clarity to something that you already intuitively knew. And I will see you on the next one, everybody. Bye-bye.